It was past midnight when a deafening crash tore through the silence of the night. A black luxury car lost control and plunged into a deep roadside ditch. Smoke filled the air, and everything went eerily quiet. From a nearby old garage, a boy in torn clothes rushed out. He had no idea that inside that wrecked car was the daughter of the richest man in the city, and that this moment was about to change his life forever. James was a poor mechanic. His hands were always covered in grease, and his pockets were almost always empty. He lived in a tiny room with his sick mother, Martha Carter, whose body was weak but whose heart was full of kindness. James worked tirelessly all day repairing old cars just to afford her medicines. Many times he skipped meals so his mother wouldn't have to. People mocked him, calling him a dirty mechanic, but James never gave up. His friend Sam often told him, "One day your honesty will take you places no money ever could." That stormy night, as James was closing his garage, he heard the explosion. Without thinking, he ran toward the ditch. The luxury car was overturned. Risking his life, James broke the door open. Inside, a young woman lay unconscious, her head bleeding badly. "Hey, can you hear me?" he shouted. Her eyes flickered open for a second before closing again. With no time to waste, James carried her in her arms back to his garage. The storm was too strong, and he had no money to take her to a hospital. "Ma, look at her, she's badly hurt," James cried. Martha immediately brought warm water and cloth. All night they took care of the girl. James even used his mother's last medicines to treat her. The next morning, the girl woke up, confused and scared. "Where am I? Who are you? Where's my phone?" she asked weakly. "Relax, you're safe. You had an accident," James replied gently. Her name was Grace Stone, but she remembered nothing. The trauma had erased her memory. She didn't even remember that she was the only daughter of billionaire Richard Stone. For the next few weeks, Grace stayed in their small home. James gave her his bed and slept on the floor. Despite his struggles, he brought her small things every evening: a flower, a fruit, anything to make her smile. "James, why are you so kind? You have nothing, yet you seem happy," Grace once asked. James smiled softly. "I have my mother, my work, and now your friendship. What more do I need?" Slowly, Grace fell in love with his simplicity. The honesty of that small garage felt more real than the artificial luxury she had once lived in. But one day, everything changed. 10 black cars stopped outside the garage. Armed guards stepped out. Richard Stone himself arrived, his face filled with anger and fear. "Grace!" he shouted. The moment Grace saw him, her memory came rushing back. "Dad!" Richard glared at James. "You kidnapped my daughter? Do you even know who I am?" Before James could speak, the guards pushed him to the ground. "Sir, he must have kidnapped her," one of them said. "No, Dad," Grace cried. "He saved my life." But Richard, blinded by arrogance, threw a bundle of cash at James. "Here's your price. Stay away from my daughter." James didn't even touch the money. His heart shattered as Grace was forcefully taken away. Months passed. James returned to his old life, but something felt missing. Then came Grace's birthday. Richard hosted a grand party at a luxurious hotel. Gathering courage, James went there to see her. He wore his best clothes, but among the rich, he still looked poor. People laughed at him. "Look, a mechanic at a billionaire's party. Did someone call him to fix a car?" they mocked. One of Richard's rivals pushed him and spilled a drink on him. "Get out. You don't belong here." Suddenly, chaos erupted. Masked attackers stormed the party. They were hired by Richard's enemies to kill him. Panic spread as guests hid under tables. One attacker pointed a gun at Grace. "Tonight, the Stone family ends." Without thinking, James jumped in front of her. A shot fired, but James twisted the attacker's hand. Even after getting injured, he fought back. Alone, he took down multiple attackers until the police arrived. The room fell silent. The same people who mocked him were now hiding behind him. Richard stood there, ashamed. The man he tried to buy had just risked his life to save his family. He walked up to James and held his hand. "James, forgive me. I was blinded by my wealth. I forgot that humanity is measured by the soul, not by status." Grace ran to James and hugged him tightly. "I told you, Dad, there's no one like him." That day, Richard didn't just accept James, he embraced him as his own son. He opened the biggest car designing center in the city for him. James was no longer just a mechanic, he became a successful businessman.
But despite everything, James never forgot who he was. He still loved his mother's simple meals and got her treated by the best doctors in the world. Today, James and Grace are married, living a happy life. He owns luxury cars worth millions, but sometimes he still rides his old bicycle from the garage, just to remind himself where he came from.